Okay. Um, what's up, guys? It is currently, you know, it's the vibes. Trying to make this quick because I'm still in my suit. I still got to go to bed and go to work tomorrow. But I wanted to make a video. Obviously, well, we'll get into it. Anyways, first off, good morning, good evening, good night. Every time you watch this video, it's currently 10:25-ish. I want to say I just had to retake this video for the usual reasons. Yeah, no, I just came back from having dinner with my family. It is currently my birthday. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the vibes. I just turned 20 this today. Kind of crazy, no longer in my teens, which is kind of a little funky, but very grateful, which is what this whole kind of video is about. Um, yeah, so it was a great time. Second off, if your day is just starting, I hope you have a great day. If you're in the middle of the day, if you're in the middle of your day, I hope you're having a great day. And if you are coming towards the end of your day and it has not been so great, please do something to make it great because you still have time and you can still make a change, even if that change is only within your perspective. That is more than enough, especially within this life. There's always something to be grateful for. There's always something to smile about. And there's always something to be happy about because every day above ground is a day worth living. So that's just the perspective. Today's video is going to be a word of the day, and this word of the day is brought to you by my birthday and what this last year has really meant for me. The first half will really be more focused around the broader sense, and the second half is just a little bit more specific to my experience. So if you decide to, after I give the gist, I don't mind that at all. I appreciate you for just watching up to this point in general. But if you stay, I still appreciate you as well. So, yeah, moving forward, today's word of the day is value time or appreciate time. Within this life, we become so caught up within our goals, objectives, or people, or places, or whatever the case may be, or just with life in general, rightfully so. And within that same process, we kind of focus on everything but the present, or but the amount of time that we has passed between the last goal we had and the current one we have, or just the last thing that happened and the next one that's coming up. And we tend to lose sight of how much time really passes by and how much it really has value. Um, it's never truly, it's never 100% our fault. You know, life kind of pushes us in a way that we have to kind of be forward thinking or goal driven, or um, focusing on something that has already happened before in the past. That's also an example. That being present isn't so easy as people make it seem to be, or as accessible as many try to frame it as to be. And with that, we kind of depreciate what time means to us until it's too late. There will be times where, you know, we go about this life moving so much and focused on a specific thing that we kind of forget to stop. And the whole concept of stopping to smell the roses, we kind of failed to do that. However, just from my own experiences, especially within this last year, I can truly say appreciating time is one of the biggest gifts, or skills one can have in any space, whether that's professional, personal, emotional, spiritual, physical. Really respecting time, especially your own time, um, allows for a life full of fruit, full of love, full of guidance, and full of, in a weird way, it kind of brings us closer towards where we need to be. The more we learn to appreciate the time that we have and those that are within our lives or in those times, or the things we have just in general within these times. Um, I know it's kind of easy, especially with like social media and a lot of other aspects of life, to kind of think so far forward of where you want to be that you kind of forget to value or appreciate where you are currently. Something that I seen, I think today actually, one of my close friends had sent me a post, and one of the posts along those lines was, I forgot exactly what it said explicitly, but to paraphrase, it was something along the lines of, you know, we get so caught up in trying to get to the next spot that we forget that we're living in the time that we prayed for, you know, and that speaks volumes, especially for myself, because looking back and reflecting, which I'll kind of do a little bit later, um, everything that I've a lot of the things I've strived for, I've prayed for, even hoped for, I'm getting to where I'm at already. And that all came with just me respecting time and appreciating the time I have. I've had a significant amount of joy, a significant amount of increase in joy and just peace within my life simply because I took the time to just appreciate the time that I have, appreciate the people that are here within this period in time, appreciate what I've gone through up to this point in time. And I think that is one of the biggest things that I wish people, including myself, were to live through and practice constantly. I think it is the most valuable thing we can do, especially within this life, that we have no idea how much quantity of time that we have. It truly means a lot to be able to say that you took in a moment fully for what as it was and moved forward with it and appreciated it. Yeah, understand that that's the end of that. Understand that, accept that, and live by that. Thank you so much for listening to this section of the Word of the Day. The rest is just me yapping about my last year of life. I love you. I appreciate you. God bless you. And enjoy yourself. That was a very quick little. Moving forward to my own little reflection on just appreciating time. 19, like the age of 19 taught me a lot. I went through a lot of pits and valleys and mountains and hills and whatever you want to call them. I had a lot of volatility within this last year. And, you know, I lost a lot of things that I felt like I had a grasp of. I had learned lessons, had to relearn lessons because I was in denial of where I was in that present point in time. And after having to relearn lessons and go through my own trial and error and go through a point in my life which I feel like was the lowest I've been in a while, truly, this last like 2025 towards the second half, I was in a very low point mentally. And kind of bouncing back from that, I learned the value of time. When I sat down one day and realized like I'm not going to be in college forever and I'm more closer to getting a real job than I was to starting college or ending high school, I knew that I wanted to make the most of my time no matter what I was doing. For those of you that know me personally, you know that I was very facey, especially within these last 6 months, just because I wanted to be out there. I wanted to appreciate time. I wanted to really grow as a person and make sure that I left no, stone unturned. I made connections with people that I would have never even thought to connect with or never even knew about in the last year. And there's some of the deeper connections I have right now. And I've made deeper connections with people that I was already close with, but, kind of even further broke those barriers with them and was able to tell them I love them, hopefully, without any form of embarrassment. I can tell a lot of people I love them without any form of embarrassment, which took a lot from me. But what got me to that point was simply just because of the fact that I was able to sit down and say, you know what, like, I gotta appreciate what I got now because I am in a very great spot. A great example is caddying. This last month before I started my internship and got out of school, I was caddying for the whole month, and it was surreal to see how much has happened. I've been caddying for 6 years now, which to me just doesn't, because I feel like just yesterday I just started off and didn't know anything about golf or green reading or whatever any of that meant. And now I'm at a point where it's like I see my face on a sign that shows the current Evans Scholars, something that I dreamed of for years and sacrificed a lot for, and I never even realized it until I came back and took the time to stare at that photo. It was a very surreal feeling for me because this was all I could ever ask for. Going to the University of Michigan, all I could ever ask for. I was supposed to go to U of I. I was very dead set on that. And then when I pivoted over to Michigan, it was a big dream I have. And now it's like I'm looking at my golf bag that's a Michigan golf bag. It's like this last year taught me the true value of being grateful for the time I have and wanting to make the most of it no matter what. And I have no complaints. Through all the losses, through all the stumbles, through all the embarrassing moments I've had, through all the just kind of self-doubt I've experienced, through all the negativity that I received, not only from others but myself, I was able to appreciate the time I had and the people that was there within it. I think that's really what made it beautiful. I'm a little nervy for this next decade, for my 20s, you know. Still got a long way to go, and that's crazy to me. But I think this last year taught me a lot about it, just respecting time. I can respect my own time, I can respect others' times, and I'm just forever grateful. Excuse me. To get more on the spiritual side, I could, you know, God could just drop his hands and everything else could be falling, and I would still be owed nothing because of how much I've been given already. And I think that means a lot, especially within these times. A lot of things could have went sideways within my life, and they didn't, and I'm happy. I'm grateful. I got people that look up to me. I got people that I inspire. I got people that inspire me. I got people that love me unconditionally. And kind of relating back to that last video, like that unconditional love is something that's very hard to find. And I'm forever grateful. To those that wish me happy birthday, I thank you. To those that didn't and didn't even know, I still love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching 11 and a half minutes of me yapping. And I'm very excited for what the future has to hold. And I will continue to be out here and give what I can to y'all. Because y'all have given me a lot. Y'all have given me some purpose, given me some guidance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sorry for the text. Yeah. That's all though, guys. I'm also interning. Like, what are we talking about? I'm like, we making our way up in life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be kind of funny looking back at this later on. Whoever knows what. I don't know what the future. I don't know what the future has to hold, but we gonna see. You know, that's all. For those of you that watched all the way through this up to this point, I love you. I appreciate you. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself and be yourself always. I will be seeing y'all in the next video. What that video will be, who knows? Don't know. We just gonna continue to move forward and love life and do what we do. Yeah. Take care. Love you guys. AD is out.